There's been a massive shift in the commercial painting contracting, and if you're still bidding the old way, you're gonna miss out on landing commercial painting contracts. So in the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna show you a new bidding method that's consistently landing me big commercial painting deals, and how you can actually win contracts before you bid them, and exactly how to dominate every single commercial deal in your area. To start, I need to show you a common trap most contractors fall into trying to land commercial painting contracts. Look at this business card. I spent hours designing this thing. Then I spent even more time driving around town hoping that it would land me some commercial painting jobs. And after all that, not a single commercial deal. And that's the trap most contractors fall into as well. But I actually found a massive opportunity that's landed me multiple commercial painting contracts without ever handing out a single business card. So if you're looking to land commercial painting contracts, stop wasting your time handing out business cards. You only need to focus on property management companies, because property management companies control 10, 20, even 50 buildings, and they consistently need them painted. And the best part, once one property management company lets you in, they're going to tell all the other property management companies about you. But what if you don't have a ton of commercial contracting experience yet? Does that mean that they won't let you in? Well, no. In fact, I almost blew my first contract with one of them. I remember my first slow season contracting. All the painting deals just stopped. So everyone said, just go to different construction sites and ask for painting work. But I never found the right type of people to talk to. Then I realized I was actually chasing the wrong people. And within a couple weeks, I landed a $100,000 plus painting deal with a property management company. It was the fastest $100,000 I ever made. The problem is most contractors are chasing dead-end leads instead of understanding how property management companies actually operate, so you can land $100,000 commercial painting deals. But how do they actually operate? Well, let me show you two rules that they play by. Number one is within each company, they have property managers. They are the gatekeepers. They control who gets called for the painting, especially when properties rotate renters or they have small touch-up jobs or even all the repeat painting work. Number two is they only want one reliable contractor, because when the renters leave the buildings, they don't want to have to go try and find 3 different bids. They only want to call you and know it's handled. So if you land just one property management company, it's the fastest way to $100,000. But just knowing how property management companies operate isn't enough. You have to see this next part, because most contractors think the goal is just to only win the bid. When I first started bidding commercial deals, I heard the same phrase from every commercial client: we're gonna get 3 bids. It got so old. So I wanted to figure out how to be the #1 contractor on every deal. And after months of trial and error, I booked a $15,000 exterior painting contract. The property manager literally told me, "You're the only contractor that's gonna be on this one." That sounded so good. The problem is most contractors just end up being another bid instead of being the perfect match. Wait, not that kind of match. Wrong video. Let's try this again. Instead of building long-term relationships with property managers. There we go. But how do you do that? Well, let me show you 3 simple ways to win the bid with every property manager. Number 1 is give clear communication on all the projects they give you. Explain exactly what you're going to do, and if anything changes, immediately communicate that. Number 2 is be on time. Most contractors have a bad rap for showing up late. If you're going to be late, immediately call the PM. Number 3 is not causing any problems with tenants. Think of it this way: the tenants are your clients too, and you have to keep them happy during the project. I was painting a massive gym one day, and we missed one area on the project scope. The tenants found it, so I got the crew back immediately, worked over the weekend so I wouldn't disrupt normal business hours. Since then, the PM has never questioned my bid prices. They just trust me. But what if you can't handle massive commercial painting projects? Does that mean the PMs won't hire you? Well, no. In fact, I struggled for years trying to land a property manager. I was the underdog compared to some of the big painting contractors in my area. They had more trucks, more guys. I figured I'd lose the bid every time, until I learned that these big contractors actually have a weakness. So I took advantage of it, and still to this day, it lands me commercial painting deals. In fact, because of their disadvantage, I've landed hundreds of thousands of dollars in commercial painting projects with one property manager. The problem is most new contractors think they need years to compete instead of knowing how property managers actually choose contractors. But how do they do that? Well, let me show you 2 ways that PMs look for commercial painting contractors. Number 1, they start you on smaller jobs to test you. Then they scale up once you prove yourself. Number 2, they prefer the smaller companies, like family-owned crews, because communication is simpler and fast. They actually avoid the big contractors, because when accountability gets messy, they want one person to own that job. But here's the thing, you need to see this next step, because the commercial painting industry is shifting, and the real advantage now is getting in front of the right people at the right time. I remember one of my first painting bids. I was so nervous the sweat was beating off my hands as I showed them my bid price, all for them to say that they went with another contractor. So I wanted to figure out exactly how to impress PMs before I ever met them. That's when I learned about the big changes happening right now that's landed me multiple $100,000 exterior deals. And the best part, the PMs were literally ready to sign before I ever bid the project. So if you want to land consistent commercial painting deals, you need to go to where all the PMs are hanging out, on LinkedIn. It's a massive opportunity for commercial painting contractors to win bids before you actually bid them. But you can't just jump on LinkedIn and expect it to work in your favor. Instead, you have to understand how commercial painting contractors can win deals before you actually bid them. Take a look at this LinkedIn post. It's from a property manager. Not a single contractor noticed it. Now take a look at this post. It landed me a $50,000 commercial painting deal from a local property manager. The problem is most contractors are stuck following outdated ways instead of winning bids before you actually bid them, simply by leaving comments on property manager posts. But how do you do that? And especially if you're new to LinkedIn? Well, let me give you 2 basic tips to follow. First, start looking through your LinkedIn feed for posts from PMs in your area. Step 2 is on that post, just simply like and comment about what stood out to you. And I always end my comment with a simple, short question. This gets the conversation started. Here's the thing. I don't know about you, but I'm more likely to buy from someone I know than a complete stranger. So you only need to build trust first, and when done right, will win you the bid before you ever step foot on the project. But here's the thing. Most painting contractors never crack $1 million in their painting business because they're missing a few key moves. So go watch this video where I'll show you step by step how to build a $1.2 million commercial painting business and the exact lessons I'd follow again. Oh, and good news, I finally found a use for them. Fire starters.